Chapter number 20. Jamie Lynn's turn. Jamie Lynn has never let many people into her life. She has a close group of friends, but she also needs her own space. To me, that's a healthy, whole person who doesn't have to be entertained by others all the time. She has always been intensely independent, dressing herself from an early age and completing projects and homework without much help at all from me. Always the teacher. I would have loved to help Jamie Lynn with her school projects, but she just never needed it and always managed to make good grades too. We are very close, but while Brittany as a little girl was my shadow, Jamie Lynn has always needed more time alone. She thinks about everything, and she's so imaginative and creative. Even as a little girl, she was always making up stories and cracking us all up with her fantastic sense of humor, such as how she invented Thelma Stump when she was 8 or 9, just to make Britney's bodyguard laugh. To this day, Jamie Lynn can have us all doubled over with one of her famous one-liners. Thelma Stump, of course, is Jamie Lynn's most fun character so far. An 84-year-old bodyguard who loves bacon. Little did any of us know, back on Britney's tour bus, that Jamie Lynn's impression of Grandma Lexi and somehow we grew up too, clumping around with a white wig and a saggy bosom, sniffing out her next hit of bacon, would be the impetus for her own career separate from her sister's. When Jamie Lynn was 10 years old, VH1 did a video spot about Britney that included Brian and Jamie Lynn rapping and cutting up together. Someone from Nickelodeon saw the video and saw a spark of something special in Jamie Lynn. They called Jive to see if Britney's record company could hook them up with her little sister. Dan Snyder, an executive producer at the network who has been responsible for shows such as Drake and Josh and recently iCarly, invited Jamie Lynn to come down and audition for All That, which was a thrill for her. She had grown up watching the network's version of Saturday Night Live or Mad TV for kids and had always had an affinity for their brand of the wall humor. One of their funniest sketches featured Amanda Bynes as Meghan Markle, who liked slapping herself with liver. As a little girl, Jamie Lynn loved any comedy sketch with Amanda in it, especially Whatever, starring Amanda and Christine Nollins as Ginny and Jessica, a part of a scatterbrained Valley Girls who hosted their own extremely silly shallow TV show spoof. Years later, when Jamie Lynn was a regular on the show, she and a fellow cast member would do a take on Whatever, with their own very own sketch called Trashing Fashion, starring as Carly and Marley, two girls with a passion for trashing fashion. She auditioned for Dan Snyder as Thelma, a feisty old bird with a serious addiction to bacon and an attitude the size of Louisiana. He loved both Jamie Lynn and Thelma, and within a short period of time, he had hired both to mix it up on the show. The setup of the show was similar to SNL, with a series of comedy sketches followed by a musical guest artist. Thelma quickly evolved into the oldest bodyguard in the business and then the security guard for All That. Often the setup would be that the guest artist would try to pass by Thelma, who always demanded to see a backstage pass, which in the interest of comedy they never ever had. This would usually lead to Thelma getting steamed, sputtering, and stamping until suddenly the guest artist would produce her favorite food and be let in without delay. Both Justin and Brittany get started on the show during Jamie Lynn's time there, and both were harassed mercilessly by old Thelma. In Brittany and Jamie Lynn's sketch, Thelma did a ripoff on Britney's song titles, threatening, among other things, to hit you, baby, one more time. Britney was carrying bacon in her purse, naturally, and Thelma ended up accepting pork as her all access pass. It was great fun. When she was on All That, Jamie Lynn was about the same age Britney had been when she was on the Mickey Mouse Club. She absolutely loved every minute of it, and the show was a wonderful training ground, just as Mickey Mouse Club had been for Britney. When I look back at that time, especially at the sketch with my two girls, I see now that was as good as it gets. My two daughters, healthy and whole, were bouncing their creative energy off one another, working from that essential sister chemistry where each one made the other shine. And shine they did. As Britney and Jamie Lynn's mom, I couldn't ask for more.
No sunshine when he's gone. It's not warm when he's away. Get the brakes, blind lightning.
Blind lightning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Blind lightning with roots showing.
I'm here to see my sister Jamie Lynn. You know Jamie Lynn Spears?
Oh, Jamie, your sister. Jamie, good.
Well, thank you. So can you let me in, please?
Can't get in without a pass, Whitney.
It's Brittany. Who are you?
Name's Thelma Stump, and I'm a bodyguard. I'm 84 years old, and I'm the oldest bodyguard in the business.
Look, I'm here to see my sister, and I want to see my sister now, okay?
But how do I really know that you are Jamie's sister?
I'm Britney Spears. Have you seen my videos? You know.
Oh, that's where I know you from. I love your videos.
Oh, really? Which ones?
I love Oops, She Ain't Getting In. And I'm really a big fan of Oh, I'm a Girl Who's Not Getting In. And I'm looking forward to your next video, Thelma Kicks Your Blind Behind. Would you like to see that video?
Okay, Granny, would you like to scrap?
Hey, you already talked to me, talk Blondie. Looks like I gotta hit your baby one more time.
Bring it on, Wrinkles.
Huh? Do I smell bacon? You have bacon in this purse?
I always have bacon in my purse.
Why?
Because bacon good. You want some?
Yeah.
Hey, why don't we just say that the bacon is my all-access pass? Is that okay?
Go on.
Thanks, Granny.
And get some new pants. Ain't so tight and rough. Bacon good. Oops, I did it again. Play with your heart. Got lost in the game. Oh, baby, baby. You.
Zoey 101. Jamie Lynn loved acting then and now. And what better way to make a living than to do what you love? Just as Amanda Bynes had gotten her start on All That and eventually ended up with her own series, The Amanda Show, the show was a springboard for Jamie Lynn's dream come true, too. Nickelodeon's Zoey 101 is about a young lady named Zoey Brooks, who is among the first girls to attend a formerly all-boys school. The premise was Jamie Lynn's idea, too, and when she pitched it to Dan Snyder again, he went for it. Viewers seemed to enjoy Zoey as well. In 2006, Jamie Lynn won the award for Favorite TV Actress at the 2006 Kids' Choice Awards. Of course, it's not about awards or red carpets or any of that. It's the satisfaction of doing well what you love to do and being yourself while you do it. I have always told Jamie Lynn, just be yourself and everything will fall into place. My youngest child has definitely taken a different road than her big brother or sister. She can actually sing beautifully, but she has always wanted something different for herself. The theme song of Zoey 101 called Follow Me is co-written by Britney and sung by Jamie Lynn. Honestly, I didn't worry too much about my baby girl, my old soul. She has always been reserved and slow to anger, which should be almost a genetic impossibility coming from her family. I never had a moment's anxiety about her partying or drinking or smoking, the things I wrung my hands over with her siblings. Always conscientious, Jamie Lynn rarely, if ever, even missed curfew. She has also been seen, if not firsthand, a close second-hand, the pitfalls around every corner when you have the level of fame Britney has. That's not something Jamie Lynn ever wanted for herself. She's close to the Lord and to her family and friends, and she's rooted in our community, which has always been grounding for her, come what may, in some ways. Jamie Lynn was the ideal teenager, but as I was to discover in the not too distant future, even my ideal teenager was only human. Why did I say yes again? People always wanted to know why did I let my younger daughter get into show business if I could see what effect fame had on my older daughter. When people ask me that, I think they are assuming that I was already well acquainted with the negative side of the life in the public eye, the bad press, the paparazzi hunting us all down like animals, the utter lack of privacy, and so on. At that time, it was pretty much all good. In fact, it was fantastic in some ways. When Jamie Lynn turned 13, for example, Columbia Pictures flew her and 13 of her best friends, plus me and my friends as chaperones, to an exclusive screening of 13 going on 30, with the movie's star Jennifer Garner in attendance. Just 7 years prior, I was scrapping together hot dogs and potato salad for her birthday party. Here's what people don't realize. It was 2002 then, the year Jamie Lynn started on all that, and one of the best years of Britney's career. She was voted the most powerful celebrity by Forbes magazine on their list of the top 100 most powerful people in Hollywood. Not that it was ever about power, but for Britney to top that list signified that the things were going extremely well in her career and her life. She was still in a loving, committed relationship until March of that year, and she just looked happy. The thing I always look at in my children is their demeanor. Most every mother has an awareness of what's truly going on in her child's heart and soul. It's like a really strong perception, a channel from the mother's spirit to the child's. One look at Britney's face told me everything I needed to know. She could always put you at ease with her warmth and with a smile that could light up a cold, dark room in the dead of winter. The world was smiling with her, embracing her sweet, enduring temperament. That was such a good time for her. She was only looking forward to good things to come. So, why did I say yes again to my second daughter, allowing her to pursue her own dreams? Because back then there was no bad side, or if there was, it was far outweighed by the good elements. If only I had known that within a few years the bad would far outweigh the good.